Hi, Joe Value here for Cold Beer Sports. Right, week one in the bag, and it has to be said, not bumming or boasting, but it was a highly successful week profit wise. Last Saturday obviously was fantastic, and it's been slow enough since then. Big price placed horse on a Sunday, just one horse picked up Monday and it won. Since then, it's been the racing has been shocking, to be honest with you. Apart from Newmarket today, um, the racing has been poor, so it's very hard to be strong on any horses when you're talking about such low grade horses. Um, Mad Merrigan is very good with them low grade flat races. He's just better than me at them, and I try to stay away from them unless I have something that some horse that I've been waiting to run for ages, but yeah, I'm just not not as good as Mad Merrigan at them. Simple as that. But thankfully for me, there's a jump racing on tomorrow. Jump racing on tomorrow. There's a meeting that I'm looking forward to. The minute I seen the declarations, there was horses that interested me straight off the bat. So I'm happy to go along with them selections tomorrow. I'll just quickly touch on Brogue, who ran today at Leopardstown. He didn't run his race. He was far too free early on. I can understand Jamie Codd rode him more prominent than Finian Maguire did the last day. Finian dropped him out completely out the back, and the horse finished off really well. Today, Jamie wanted to keep an eye on the favourite, obviously, because he thought that was his biggest danger, which is fair enough. But he just couldn't get in, couldn't get any cover, and the horse far too free all the way around, and his goose was cooked, like turning in. You knew well he was going to fade. He did actually keep on fairly well, but he's an awful lot better than that run. As I said, I didn't fancy the favourite. Unfortunately, I just took him on with the wrong one. But on the run at Listowel, Brogue was entitled to win there tonight. The way the race worked out, but he just didn't run his race. So these things happen, and we move on. So right on to Cork tomorrow, Friday. The 5:20 at Cork. I really like number 11 here, Rich Belief. Um, he's only a 4 year old, so he's any amount of improvement in him. The last time he ran over hurdles was in Clonmel, and he ran very well. He was a bit novice early on. Now he'll have to brush up his jumping a bit because there's 18 runners tomorrow, and he'll need a bit of luck in running as well. But I've no doubt off this mark that he should be competitive. Um, Donna Myler is riding him for Carl Thornton. They're a good combination, and around 10 to 1, I think Rich Belief has a good chance. Last time at Clonmel, he was just getting into the race nicely, and a loose horse nearly put him out through the rail, and he actually kept on really well after that. But he just got a bit tired up the last 150 yards. Clonmel is a really stiff finish, as we all know. But tomorrow, Cork is flat all the way around. That'll suit this lad perfectly. The ground is perfect. It's going to be goodish ground. I can't see any excuses, and I'd be disappointed if he wasn't in the first 4 or 5 anyway. There's one firm going first 5 places, but the same firm, they wouldn't lay eggs. So, they're gone to the dogs altogether. So, um, look, that's just the way some of these massive big bookmakers that they call ourselves, when they're on telly, they're sponsoring races and getting their advertisements in. They spend millions upon millions every year on advertisement, but you go in to have a half decent bet on a horse and you're told no, no thanks. But look, I'm not whinging. It's a business for them, and just that's the way it's gone. It's gone ridiculous. Anyway, moving on to the second race. This is my bet of the day. I can't see this horse getting beaten. Let's be honest with you. Um, the name of the horse is Heroes of Renown. He's 11 to 4 at the moment, and I think that is massive. If this horse runs anywhere, like even his last run, where he was second in Listowel again, and to a horse called Place de Vogues, Mark Fotty trains Place de Vogues. He's a fair horse, and this lad was second to him, coming back after a long break, and really put it up to the winner that day. If he can even run to the same level, and he should improve a bit, you'd imagine. Now I know Brogue took a backward step from his seasonal reappearance tonight, but if lightning doesn't strike twice, and this lad runs his race, he'll win, because his bumper form and his novice form are absolutely outstanding in a race like this. So I see one form is outstanding at 11 to 4. The majority of the rest of them are going 9 to 4, 2 to 1. I'd say he'd be more like, 6 to 4, 7 to 4 by the off. I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time I was wrong, but I would be disappointed if this lad didn't win. So that's Heroes of Renown. I think he will win. So we'll see how that goes. So going on to the last selection of the day, it's the 620 at Cork, and the name of the horse is Lost Oscar. I know this mare fairly well. I had a horse in training with Peter Fatty. I had a sharing a horse with a few lads in Peter Fatty's around the time this one won her bumper, and they were very sweet on her, and she won. She was only a 4-year-old when she won her bumper in Cork against older horses, which is never an easy thing to do. But she did that, and then she came back last season and she ran okay-ish a few times in her novice hurdles, but they were over 2 mile, and they persisted with 2 mile for a long time, and they got a reasonable handicap mark, and went and ran her in a 2.5 mile race at the stall last time, and she was second, and she ran very well. She got a bit outpaced at one stage, but she stayed on really, really strongly. And 2.5 mile is probably on the short side for her. I'd say she'd nearly stay 3 mile now, no problem. But off her mark, I think she's only off a mark of 100 or something like that. Off that kind of a mark, I'd be surprised if she didn't leave a mark like that well behind her. Whether it's tomorrow, whether it's in Galway in a few weeks' time, I don't know. But she'd definitely be rated well over 100 by the end of this season. There's no question about that. She's kind of half decent. Whether she produces that tomorrow, we'll see. But it's interesting. Peter Fatty has 2 runners in the race. Ricky Dial rides this one, and stable jockey Kevin Sexton rides China Princess. Read into that what you will. I'm happy with Ricky Dial. I think he's a very good jockey, and she's around 5 to 1. I think she's a massive chance in a race like that. So basically that's it. So hopefully we can get back on track after the week that was Monday to Thursday. Sure, there was no real massive bet. I didn't. Half the days I didn't want to be tipping up anything because the racing was so poor. But I'm obliged to do that. And so it could be next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I could fancy things strongly. So that's just the way the week that was in it. It wasn't a bad week by any means. And we go again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get a few winners on the board. Okay, so thanks very much for listening. Joe Value, and see you tomorrow around the same time.